Why nobody knows who you are and how to fix it in 90 days. Here is the truth. If nobody knows who you are, they can't buy from you, even if your offer is incredible. But I have a good news. Your invisibility isn't permanent. You can fix it in as little as 90 days. Today in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. And if you stay till the end, you'll receive a gift that will help you fast track the process. For those who don't know me, I am Christelle Biiga, your podcast matchmaker. I help coaches, consultants, and service providers go from unknown to unforgettable by securing placements on top-rated podcasts, and it's all done for you. If you are tired of posting endlessly on social media and still feeling invisible, this video is your roadmap. Now let's talk about why you might be feeling invisible. It actually comes down to 3 major gaps. Your message is too broad, your distribution is too random, you are trying to build a loan instead of borrowing trust. Let's unpack each one of those gaps. First gap, your message is too broad. Here is what that looks like in terms of messaging. You say, for example, you help entrepreneurs grow their business, or you help people achieve success. That sounds fine, but it is so vague that nobody feels like you are speaking directly to them. It's like throwing a giant fishing net into the ocean and hoping you will catch your dream fish. That doesn't happen. You might get a lot of activity, but not the results you want. Now imagine this instead. If you say, I help female consultants land premium B2B clients without ads, or if you say, I help coaches turn one podcast interview into 10 pieces of content that build authority. That's clear, sticky, and that's memorable. This is an exercise for you. Write your message in one sentence. Then ask yourself, would my dream client immediately know this is for them? If the answer is no, it is too broad. Narrow it down until it's undeniable that you are the expert. Second gap, random distribution. A lot of entrepreneurs fall into the spray and pray trap. You post here and there, maybe LinkedIn on Monday, Instagram on Wednesday, a story on Friday, but there is no strategy, no consistency, and no plan. Here's the problem with that. Audiences don't build trust from one single post. They need repeated, consistent exposure to start recognizing you as the authority. Think about your own behavior. How many times have you followed someone after seeing them once? I bet rarely. Usually it's after you have seen them show up again and again in a way that feels intentional that you decide to follow them. That's what podcasts solve. Every interview isn't just one piece of content. It's a rich 30 to 45 minute conversation that you can slice into multiple clips, share in your emails, post on your website, and recycle for months. So instead of scattered effort, you have a steady stream of high authority content working for you. Here is an exercise for you. Audit your last month of visibility activity. Did your dream clients see you more than 3 times? If not, your distribution is random and it's costing you opportunities. And the third gap is you are trying to build a loan instead of borrowing trust. Here is the truth. Credibility doesn't happen in a vacuum. You can tell people how great you are, but it's not nearly as powerful as when someone else credible says it. That's why referrals work so well. And that's why podcasting accelerates authority. When a respected host introduces you as the expert in your niche, their trust transfers to you. It's like getting endorsed in front of hundreds or thousands of your dream clients at once. And here is the kicker. Once you have done a handful of these interviews, the effect compounds. Each new host introduces you and each new audience hear that endorsement. You stop knocking on doors and start having doors being opened for you. I have a quick tip for you. Next time you appear on a podcast, don't just show up. Pay attention to how the host introduces you. That one sentence at the beginning of the conversation is often more powerful than a month of your own posts. So now that we have identified the gaps, how do we fix them? Here is the 90-day plan I recommend you follow. Month 1, focus on clarity and packaging. Write your 2-sentence intro, 1 or 2. Create 3 strong talk angles. For example, 1 myth, 1 framework, 1 personal story. Build a simple media page on your website with your bio, topics, and headshot. For month 2, focus on outreach and appearances. Identify 10 to 20 podcasts your audience already listens to. I have a curated list of 100 plus top rated podcasts in different niches. So comment list below and I'll send you a copy of that list to save you time. Once you have identified the shows you want to be on, pitch host with clear benefit-driven angles. Aim for 2 to 4 interviews this month. And where you are on the mic, share stories that help you connect with the listeners, not just information. For month 3, focus on amplification. Repurpose every interview into 5 to 10 clips. Email your list about each appearance to build your credibility. Add episodes to your media page. If you do this consistently, then you will stop being invisible and finally start being impossible to ignore. Here is the shift that will happen by day 90. Prospects will no longer meet you cold because they have heard your story. They have seen your content clips everywhere. They have listened to trusted hosts introduce you. By the time they get on sales calls with you, they already trust you. You are not trying to convince them you are credible because they have already decided you are. That's the difference between hustling for attention and being positioned as the go-to expert. And if you don't want to spend the next 90 days figuring out how to do it alone, that's what we do at Exposure Maven. We target the right shows, we pitch them, we secure interviews, and manage everything behind the scenes so you don't waste time guessing. You just show up and speak with the confidence that listeners want to hear what you have to say. So if you are ready to stop being invisible and start showing up where authority is created, use the link in the description to book a call with me now. Here is one more tip to make your podcast appearances convert. Always give listeners a simple next step, not a hard sell, a resource. That could be a checklist, a scorecard, or a short quiz, something that feels valuable, immediate, and easy to say yes to. This way, the moment someone hears you and thinks, I like them, you give them a way to raise their hand and you turn listeners into quality leads. Let's recap what we have covered in this video. We have identified 3 gaps. Gap 1, broad message. To fix it, clarify your one thing. Gap 2, random distribution. Fix it with consistent podcast appearances and repurposed content. Gap 3, building alone. Fix it by borrowing trust from credible hosts. It really comes down to clarity, appearances, amplification, 90 days. That's how you fix invisibility without burning out on social media. And here is the gift that I promised you at the beginning of this video. If you want to know whether your current visibility strategy is strong enough for top 5% podcast placements, take my free 2-minute quiz. You'll get a score, see your gaps, and get a clear next step to amplify your authority. The link is in the description and pinned comment. Go grab your score and I'll see you on the other side.